Good morning, students. Today we are going to start second session of Gandhiji Leads a Nation. In this session, we are going to study about Simon Commission, Poon Swaraj, Quit India Movement, Indian National Army, and how India becomes free. Simon Commission. The British government was finding it difficult to control law and order situation in the country. They appointed Sir Simon in 1927 to head a commission to make some changes and reforms in the administration of India. The Indian National Congress boycotted the commission as there was no Indian representative in it. When Sir Simon came to India, they were shouted with the slogans, Simon, go back. Poon Swaraj. In December 1929, the Congress passed a resolution and demanded Poon Swaraj or complete independence from the government. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was elected as the President of Congress. The first Independence Day was celebrated on 26th January 1930 in Kolkata. The Indian's flag was hoisted and Independence Pledge was taken by members of Indian National Congress. After independence, since 1950, this day is observed as Republic Day. Gandhiji now agreed to start civil disobedience movement from Bardoli. Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement in 1930. He was looking for a central idea around which whole civil disobedience movement could be built. Britishers banned Indians to produce and sell their own salt. They imposed 65% tax on salt, knowing it's an essential commodity for Indians. Gandhiji called Indians to refuse to pay taxes, especially on salt. He decided to start civil disobedience movement by breaking unjust law. He organized a peaceful march from Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad to Dandi on the seashore with his followers. They made salt by evaporating seawater. All main leaders, including Gandhiji, was arrested. But this movement spread throughout India. Government of India Act. The Britishers could not crush the movement. In 1935, they passed Government of India Act. Elections were held throughout the country. The Congress won in most of the provinces and formed government. But the final power was still remain with the hands of Britishers. Although Congress disapproved this act, but they still decided to give it a try. Hence, they contested in elections and won in most of the provinces and formed their provincial government. World War II broke out in 1939. The British declared war on behalf of India without consulting the Indian leaders. In protest, Congress ministers resigned. They declared India would not join the war until British granted complete independence. The Congress, under the leadership of Gandhiji, launched Quit India movement in 1942, and Gandhiji raised the slogan of Do or Die to attain complete independence. Gandhiji and other leaders were arrested. Subhash Chandra Bose was elected as the president of Indian National Congress twice. He was lovingly called Netaji. He went to Japan and formed Indian National Army of 40,000 Indian soldiers. He called it Azad Hind Fauj or Indian National Army. The Indian National Army fought against the British on the northeast borders of India. Initially, they pushed back the British, but finally, the British defeated the Indian National Army. World War II ended in 1945. The British realized that they could no longer keep the Indians in their control. The Quit India movement and Indian National Army had shaken them. The divide and rule policy of British has divided Hindus and Muslims. Muhammad Ali Jinnah demanded a separate nation for Muslims to be known as Pakistan. Gandhiji was totally against it. On 15th August 1947, the country was divided into two separate nations, India and Pakistan. But Gandhiji was heartbroken. Thank you. Did you know Udham Singh, a revolutionary, shot dead Sir Michael O'Dwyer, believing him to be the main person behind the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, 13th March 1940 in London. Thank you, children. I hope the chapter is clear to you now. So, read the chapter, learn the book exercises and question answers. Goodbye.